And we are live. Hello, everyone. How you guys all doing? Let's see. Got this all set up. Got that set up. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, just wait. I gotta readjust all my windows. Crap. Am I gonna need a third monitor? Okay. And we got the echo. Where's that coming from? No! Where'd it go? Fredinator, change job. Did I not open it? I need to open... I can't believe I lost it. There we go. Okay, good. Time to get back to work. Anyway, how's everyone doing this evening? It's raining here, if you can actually believe it. In fact, the fire department has offered sandbags in case flooding gets too bad. That's a good hand. Oh, by the way, I want to thank Iron Blood for providing some new references. And this thing just froze again. Whatever. Oh, good. Looks like we got a good group today. Chad, Steve Ribro, good to see you. My other Chad. You know, the funny thing, it's not too cold here. I was just outside, out on the porch in the rain. You know, it's covered, and I was barbecuing some salmon out there. Oh, frick. That's gonna be trouble. Come on, open up. Open up. Downloads. Carmelita and mine. Anyway, as I was saying, thanks to Iron Blood for pointing out some other references to me. Let's see if I can actually make that a little bit more clearer. Get that big and zoom in on this a little bit. Yeah. More references of Carm as the belly dancer. Very nice work. And it froze again. Whatever. There's something in here, or maybe just because it doesn't like looking at all the different... Oh yeah, it was really good salmon. Usually we get it from the you know, the butcher fresh, but this one came packaged frozen in some sort of sauce. It was fine. Oh, and by the way, I decided on a what to do with her arm. I'm just gonna have her kind of stick it out a little bit. And kind of do a little up in the air hand pose. Kind of like say, oh, here's my big hat. It's rudimentary, but it's effective. I don't have to go over that again. Yeah, curve the Curve the little finger up a little bit. Gotta zoom in on this, get a good look at it. Have I ever read Homestuck? Yeah, I started it. Like about 2 pages of, it was like an interactive comic, right? And I just saw the first 2 pages and didn't move on from that. Ugh. Never fails. I do one hand. It's pretty decent. Doesn't really give me that much trouble. But the other hand, always. Oh, by the way, yesterday it was. Yesterday I said something about randomposes.com, which is good for just quick references and just quick artistic studies or just ideas about different poses. It's actually quickposes.com. So just if you're interested in that, go check it out. It's really just a real effective tool. Any other webcomics? Well, let's see. First of all, someone asked me about Wabbit. I'll look into that. But first, webcomics. There's of course In Town, which is really good. You guys should check that out. It's called In Town. It's about kind of what happens after the apocalypse, and there's a bunch of little animal mutants and big nasty mutants out in some sort of wasteland, and there's underground communities and humans in exosuits that don't want to get who don't want to catch the virus, because it's weird. Well, just read it. I'll let you. YouTuber Will Terlet worked on Wabbit. I almost got to design some props. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, but let's see. And then there's one other one. It's not really a webcomic. It's called The Lost Side of Suburbia. Go check that one out. It's on Go Comics. It's really neat. Again, just take my word for it. Check it out. Let's see. Getting back to Wabbit. I like it. It sort of gets back to the roots of the old school Looney Tunes cartoons. The design's a little wonky. I think I said last night that I was like, I really can't. I mean, I can. It doesn't bother me as much now, but like Yosemite Sam's redesign really threw me for a loop. In terms of just the way he was. That redesign, it was just weird. I'm going to try to open this damn thing up again and see if I can actually look at some references for a change. Yeah, this is beautiful artwork. No, I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm actually answering your question. Let's see. I like that they revisited the dynamic with Wile E. Coyote living next to Bugs, but instead of a predatory relationship, they have more of just of Wile being this really snooty neighbor and always trying to one up Bugs with weird inventions that always backfire on him. I think the leaf one was probably my favorite. It's this one where Bugs is just cleaning up his yard and Wile E. Coyote uses this huge obnoxious leaf blower, but he still can't get rid of one leaf, so He's just... Yeah. For some reason, her snout seems a little bit bigger in this one, but let's just go with it. Let's get some good eyes here. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, my back's a little tense. I was kind of working on some other stuff today. 3D modeling. Let's see now. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, guys. So if you ask a question and it seems like I'm not answering you right away, it's just because, you know, there's a delay. Let's see. There was another one. Steven. Oh yeah, I saw this new Steven Universe. The Answer. It was good. It was, you know, I don't know. Artistically, it was amazing. But in terms of just storytelling, it may have been a little bit of a more simplistic look at the gem society. I don't know if it was... I don't know. It was just kind of... I mean, I got it, and it fit the time, and it was like it was a bedtime story, and it was good for that. But it was just... It's I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into it, but artistic. I mean, it was. I'm trying to look at this. It was beautifully done. It was. I already saw the allusions to Sleeping Beauty that were already on Tumblr. It was nice and it was sweet. I don't know. She doesn't have those little round eyes. She's got more of a... she's got those boxy eyes. And it froze again. The reaction the Homeworld Gems had to, you know, the fusion was just a kind of a little bit weird. It was like, it was obvious that Ruby was trying to save Sapphire, and they probably should have had known that. I mean, there's no reason to, like... Of course, they are a bunch of bad guys, and I know that's the point, but still, it's kind of hard to... Well, yeah, I guess if they're just plain pure villains with, like, these super strict rules, then... I don't know, I just don't find them that relatable in that sense. I mean, I can relate to Jasper, because she's this just big, brawny fighter who was actually excited to go one-on-one with... Ruby Quartz again, or Rose Quartz, pardon me. I can understand Peridot. I can even understand Lapis wanting to go home, thinking Homeworld was this really special place. It's just that, I don't know. I just didn't get the idea of what Diamond was doing. It's like, it seemed like Diamond was a somewhat civilized, conscientious person who's, you know, who probably, I don't know, it just... Huh? Yes, I did. Yeah, I am. Sorry. Let's see. Let's see. What was I going to do? Oh, I just can't get these eyes right. There's just something about them. Okay, here. There we go. Maybe I'll go something a little bit more this style. That's good. Yeah, this will work. This will work just fine. No, I don't want her to have a... Yeah. Well, that'll work for now. No, it's just... Maybe it's just because I'm working with just so many other different designs. I just can't get a good bead on what's good for her. Maybe this eye's just too high. Maybe it should be folded underneath the snout a little bit. Of course, then she's got a big pointy jaw. Unlike this design, which I actually like better. I'm gonna try and smooth that out. Yeah. I like those eyes. Let's see if I can do something with that. But yeah, I saw it. It was good. I don't know. I wish they'd kind of explore the homeworld a little bit more thoroughly, which they're going to eventually do. In, I don't know, what was it? What was the episode names? Or was that a fake list I heard? I don't know. Yeah, someone asked me about Zootopia last night, and I thought it looked fine. I think the trailer with the sloths was hilarious. Not so much just the material itself, but the actual reaction image of the sloth guy. The way he slowly started to laugh, it almost looked like he was in pain for a second there. I really, really liked that. The animation they did. If anything, it'll be very well animated. I can tell that. Yeah, this will be fine. I'll just use these eyes. I know. It should be like... There we go. That's what I'm trying to get. I don't need the full eyelash. I could just do this. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. She's all cockeyed. I'm looking at too many screens at once. Maybe that's why I'm a little nervous. needs to go over just a little bit. Or maybe spaced out a little more. Yeah, that'll do fine. That'll do fine for now. Let's see, what kind of hand? Might be a little bit too coyote-y. Well, I don't know. Let's... she's got a big snout sometimes, and sometimes she doesn't. Let me bend it back a little bit. Damn it. By the way, for people who are asking, I use a Heaven tablet to draw with. And I'm working on Saya right now. Those might be a little too big. And instead of just a straight nose, I'll kind of dip into it. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, give it just a little bit of a tuck underneath the chin, just to make it look like there's a... And that one arm, this arm is a little too long. A little too small. There we go. Yeah, we could do that. Streaming stuff. I'm probably going to try and just do this, you know, once a day, because I'm always drawing. I've got a bunch of commissions lined up, so I'm just going to figure out a way to make that work for me. Damn, no, this arm's still a little too short. Or maybe just a little beefy there. Let's see. Flatten all this. And yes, I am going to make some new familiar faces in the future. Yeah, that's a little better. This one's a little too long still. Yeah, but that looks nice. Let's see. We can just make more of these flowers. Let's see if we can do it by hand, not photocopy all of them. Oh yeah, that's right. Steve Raybro, who's in the chat right now, he does vlogs of Steven Universe, so you guys should probably check that out. Give it a little bit more Definition. Well, no, that's a little too much. God, there's a lot of crap on this character. Let's see. Is it easier to draw in traditional or digital? I've been drawing on digital longer than I have traditional, so preference, I guess. BoJack Horseman. Yeah, I've seen some clips of that. Looks pretty good. But like I said last night, I've been mostly into Moonbeam City. Now, is it too short? Ugh. Okay, let's look at the other outfit. Okay, we got cuffs starting about right here. Do. What's my favorite type of animal to draw? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really have a favorite. I have favorite characters that I draw more often than not. Fifi from Tiny Toons was a pretty easy one to go to whenever I needed something to draw over the past year. Yeah, this is good. Who's my favorite online reviewers? You know, I like a lot of them, and I usually rotate through a bunch of them, but I've been watching a lot of Pro Jared recently. I just discovered him, and I've been watching his back catalog. He's very good. Blinkett's good. He's good, but his work is few and far between, so I kind of just don't want. I mean, he did the standard with the Star Wars videos, but I mean, I just don't know. I kind of would like to see more of a work from him. I don't watch Let's Plays that much. Okay, she's got like 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 flowers, so that's 1, 2. Wait, where'd that flower go? Oh, that's right, I started drawing down here. I was like, wait, I just drew a flower. I can kind of make it look like it's coming this way. What's my favorite video game genre? I don't know, platformer. Although I do like card games now. Am I a fan of JoJo? Yeah, I've seen several episodes of JoJo. I think it's really cool. It truly is bizarre. I was watching this clip one time of the JoJo and he's trapped in the giant whirlpool. And for spoiler alerts for anyone who hasn't seen it or is still waiting to get into it, but the way he gets out of that situation, he's in this giant whirlpool, and there's this stand user who's can generate these giant whirlpools, and also send out these what is it, like clams or oysters, and he uses them as like these really sharp, jagged weapons. You know, he can like create a giant blender out of a whirlpool and these shells. I was like, oh my gosh, what awesome, cool way. How is he going to use Star Platinum to get out of this one? And it was so weird what happened. It truly is bizarre, and I was thinking like, huh. It's almost like one of those superpowers that Superman has, like every once in a while, like, oh, he can just, you know, the ones where he shoots a miniature version of himself out of his fingertips. And that's just kind of like, huh, okay, that's a weird power and not at all what I expected to happen. But from anime, I hate to admit it, but I haven't been watching a lot. I mean, I've watched One Punch Man and Panty and Stocking, if that counts. I'm sure it does, but mostly, most of my exposure to anime at this point comes from abridged shows, like Code Ment, abridged, I guess what you call, or Nun Piece. Purple Eyes does great works. I think he's one of my favorite ones. Of course, there's the standard Team 4-Star, Little Karibo. Man, that last Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged was just funny as hell. I don't know what it was. It sort of was his inflection in acting on certain lines. Like he got way more upset than any other episode. I read one Zim comic, and it was the one where Bugaz does the thing with the video games. I don't know if I'm going to spoil anything. It's really great, but it's the video game one. In fact, I did fan art of it. In fact, I did a podcast of me drawing the fan art of it. I'm gonna find more questions. No, not shoot a rainbow out of his fingers. I mean, shoot a miniature version of himself out of his fingers. Go look it up. It's from the Silver Age, of course. Favorite type of... Oh, you still got those Tomb Raider cards. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I think I sent you the information. Do I play Yu-Gi-Oh? I would play an online version of it, like I would Hearthstone or Pokemon. If there was a good online version of Yu-Gi-Oh, then I'd definitely play it. I got some Shaman King trading cards for I forget what kind of system it was. It was this weird system where they shopped it around to a bunch of franchises. I know Shaman King picked it up and was using it for a while. Avatar: The Last Airbender used it for what was it? Let's see, Avatar. Oh yeah, and Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's a bunch of different things. That's like Nickelodeon, Disney, and I guess Shonen Jump. I think Upper Deck was behind it. I know it wasn't Tops. It was this weird. It was where the cards, you had this little slot and you could pull out a tab in the card and it gave you another different power. I'm going to review that one day. Oh, this is looking pretty decent. You know, once you get all the details down, it's really not that intimidating. But like I was saying, like I said yesterday, this art style really is suited to either 3D models or Flash animation. I forget the gentleman's name, but he did El Tigre, and of course wrote and directed this movie. Really detailed art style. And if you're going to use Flash animation, you might as well make some really seriously detailed models. I mean, if you're working on a TV budget, you might as well just, if you're going to stare at the same thing, it might as well be neat. I like it. I like the. Let's see. Someone asked me, how do I feel about Don Bluth coming back out of retirement? I think it's great. One of the books that I have, and the one I forgot to mention, was I do have Don Bluth's book on animation, and it's a good one. But the thing is that I kind of was a little skeptical about the Dragon's Lair movie because he actually has like pages of it, you know, of his planning, of the planning phase in the book. Ah, yes, thank you. George R. Galeras? Yeah, well. Man, I'm bad with names. I don't know. I think it could be a good movie. The problem with Don Bluth is that he always kind of... There was an inside the book that I was talking about, his guide to animation. There's a chapter on writing. And he had to get help from the writer of Chinatown about what to do with All Dogs Go to Heaven. He was saying, he approached him and he said, I'm having trouble with what to do and how to go about it. And so, you know, just I'm kind of getting lost. And so he gave him his breakdown of the story. And he says, I remember in retrospect that it was probably way too it was a bit of a mess. This is his own words. He says the writer gets up. He asks the direction for a bathroom. He kind of has this glazed look on his eye. And he's all like, oh. And so he points the direction of the bathroom. And a few minutes later, after he comes back, he kind of puts his hand on his forehead and rubs it a little bit. And he says, okay, just keep the story simple. It's like you have this bad dog who gets another chance. He finagles his way back to Earth with if he ever goes back, he'll go to dog hell. And he says, but that's fine because he has the watch and he can stick around it seems like he can stick around for as long as he likes. And he says, but the complication is the little girl. As long as you focus on the relationship between the dog and the little girl and make that believable, it should be fine. And you can make the animation great, do whatever you want, but just remember to keep the kind of premise simple. It's like you have this dog, he wants to stay alive, people want him dead, people will use the girl to get to him, he ultimately sacrifices himself for the girl. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. I think he may have taken that, and I don't know. I think the writing has always been the weakest part of Don Bluth movies. If he can get a really good writer, I think he'd be amazing. And Secret of Nim was fantastic. Pardon me, I'm just stretching a little bit. Yeah, this is looking good. This might be setting up. Let's see, I got those flowers there done. I got these flowers done. Well, here's the thing, that you can keep it, the motivations that the characters have can be complex, but you do need to keep it simple in a way. You need to, well, no, maybe it's to keep the characters' motivations simple. I don't know. I like Feifel. I think that one is one of my favorite. And I have a special place in my heart for Feifel Goes West. I went to the movies with my mother one day, and we saw that, and it was real good. I don't know... I know Feifel Goes West was produced by Steven Spielberg. I'm not sure if Don Bluth was still like the acting director or if he was just director of animation. Which is actually... there is a difference. Let's see, now she's got that little tuffle of fur. It kind of goes like this. Maybe I can point this out a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, she's got a rounded cheeks there. Can't see them here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this version. I'll extend them a little bit, but something a little off about that snout. There we go. There we go. That's a little warmer. A little bit of a warmer smile. And of course, I guess, what inspired you to draw this? Oh, it's a commission. Oh, that's cool. If I hover over your guys' names, your little logos appear. Yeah, Athro characters have a certain charm to them. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Now, do I want to do the makeup? Because holy crap. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? Ugh. Do I want to even do the makeup? Well, I'm doing it. No one's stopping me. Just do a little simplified version. I won't go crazy. No, but I'll tell you what, I'll add the little skull lines to her mouth. Yeah, that works. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't have to be too... too complex. It just needs to kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do. There we go. Very good. Let's see now. Now she's got some... Oh, she's got that... She's got a necklace, or a strap, or whatever you call that. Pendant. A little bigger. And then she's got flowers on her wrists. Okay, see you, Chad. The other Chad. Good luck with school tomorrow. Let's try to do these a little earlier in the day. Let's see, any good questions from the Peanut Gallery? Sorry, I don't mean to call you Peanut Gallery, that's just a saying. I would be nervous if a commissioner came to watch these art classes. Why does Moonbeam City get so much bad rap? I don't know why Moonbeam. Oh, because people keep comparing it to Archer. And like I said, there's some similarities, but I think it's a totally different beast. In terms of it'll go to a few more out there places than Archer will. I mean, Archer will still have like cyborgs and all that stuff. But it's just... And it's also just got a different aesthetic. Let's see. I don't know. I kind of like again, the Book of Life. I think it may suffer from the same thing that the Don Bluth movies suffer. It's great art style. Story's a little bit, and I wouldn't say it trips over itself. It just may get a little bit. I don't know what can I put this? Maybe a little too unfocused in terms of the stories, perhaps. No, I don't have any Ray theories on Star Wars. I've kind of been just going with the flow when it comes to Star Wars. I was thinking about doing a review about how I'm not that big into Star Wars. And it was going to be in the vein of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. And I was going to put on a bathrobe and dye my hair white like I did for that one Star Wars trading card thing. And be George Lucas. And be all like, look upon me. You've never seen the likes of me before. And I was going to say, yeah, I have. You're like George Lucas. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm the ghost of Star Wars past. Here to reveal to you your Star Wars past. And it's going to be how I was never really that into Star Wars. I remember my dad buying the box set of VHSs once, and I watched them all the way through. And I got really hyped because it's still a pretty damn good movie trilogy. But I think I played the bunch of games once. Like video games, of course, the Hoth levels are always the best. But other than that, I kind of just stopped. Never got into the extended universe. I watched the Ewoks and the Droids animated specials. I was bored to tears of them. And so it's going to be basically my introduction to Star Wars is really just through osmosis of pop culture references. I mean, I saw Spaceballs before I saw Star Wars. And of course, I heard all the different variations on the I am your father jokes way before I actually saw the movies. I would actually want to see the Krampus before I would see the new Star Wars, just because of my own personal interest. Because I'll be hearing about Star Wars for the next, 7 years while they're making the movies. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just kind of going on autopilot. I could fill this detail in later. In fact, I could copy and paste a good one and move it all the way over. Let's see if I can start inking, shall we? And it was the premise of the review was the ghost of Star Wars past was going to be bewildered that I was getting so excited about Spaceballs, which it still is one of my favorite movies. I mean, it's not like my favorite movies, but it's a good veg out movie. I'm going to try and make this a little thinner. I read the Krampus comic on 4chan. They had it on there. Which reminds me, I got to go out and buy it now. Damn it, why am I just... I want to get it... Yeah, that's good. There we go. Anyway, the Krampus comic is kind of a different setup. I guess it's different from the movie, or it was set up similar to Trick or Treat. You know, the movie from the same creators and writers. You know, the whole production team really. It was kind of a story, you know, a bunch of different stories together like Trick or Treat was, but they all kind of happened the same night, and there was one final ending segment to them all that was kind of heartwarming. That nose might be a little bit too big. I saw one episode of Spaceballs, the TV show, like 3 seconds. So it was bad. Let's see, Force Awakens. I said I haven't seen it. Yeah, Krampus was done by the Trick or Treat guys. And the stories in the comic were actually, you know, I actually wasn't too blown away by Trick or Treat. I mean, it was well shot and everything, but the stories were okay. You know, the actual they more or less seemed like a bunch of Tales from the Dark Side episodes. But I like the Krampus ones way better. What do I think about Danny Phantom? Yeah, I really like that. I really like the show. I sort of agree with people who say there was kind of a drop-off after season 2. I thought it was a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more well-written at that point. And again, I've been sitting here, and I have not saved it once. I just realized that after my computer's fan just kicked in. How often do I plan these Artcasts? As often as I can. I mean, because I draw every day, and so I might as well just do this. Stick a camera on me and just go at it. All right, let's get some... The Danny Phantom didn't have a cliffhanger ending. He saved the world. Or actually, well, I mean, it could have been a cliffhanger. I mean, it's implied that things continued, but really there was nothing. All the villains were beat. Vlad was annexed to the far reaches of the universe. I don't know about that. Let's see, any other questions? What's the best Michael Myers movie, and why is it number 3? Wait, I thought 3 was the one where the masks and the pumpkins and all that stuff. Wait, Gravity Falls finale is in February? I thought it was supposed to be sometime January. And I already did a huge thing on Gravity Falls last night. Okay, someone said, but evil future Danny shouldn't have been able to exist if the past wasn't already altered. What, are you, like, implying that that's, like, a potential villain? Because, yeah, I guess that could work. I'm going to tighten up this lip a little bit. It's weird. I think with all the different programs I have running, I think the tablet might be a little bit unresponsive. I know that's a bit of a cop-out, but I really am feeling kind of a little bit of a difference. No, too thick. That's just enough. Oh, and by the way, this is one half of the commission. The other commission was to have Claudette as a French mime. So I got to stick that in here somewhere. Too thin. Yeah, you see, for some reason it's thinning out right there, and it shouldn't be doing that. Like there's a bit of a lag. Let's see now. Do. Yeah, that'll work. You know, I find if you can get the eyes right, then the rest of it will fall into place. Let's see, what kind of... Wait, she's got blue eyes here. It frickin' froze again. Is there anything I refuse to draw for a commission? Let's see, some people have approached me about kind of farting and diapers and weight gain I won't do in certain cases. Considering your art on DeviantArt, do you take point commissions as well? Not really. I kind of just like PayPal. I'm going to give her a little bit of a thing on the eyes here. Yeah, she's got brown eyes here, blue eyes in one. Yeah, it looks nice. I'm going to open up another, so that way I don't have to scroll through them. I'm going to open up another window, reference window, which is what I usually do. I was just putting that one up there for you guys. Would foot fetish be another one? I don't know. I did I draw something about feet? I don't know. I'd rather just avoid it. Because I know that there are kind of characters that have a cursory fetish to them for, let's say, what's that webcomic? You know, Yenny. About the supermodel who happens to have really big feet. And most of the time it doesn't focus on that, but other times there are just like, there are sort of shots. Yeah, this is actually looking decent. Let's see. Yeah, Samurai Jack's coming back. Like I said, I need to kind of see it in order to see if it's any good. I hope it's in the same style. It would be nice if it's in the same animation style. Of course, if anyone had to do it, I would say, and do it kind of in that Flash animation, I think I'd want Titmouse Studios to do it. You know, they were behind, well, of course, they were behind Metalocalypse and, let's see, Metalocalypse, and I think Archer, but those are more stationary in terms of character design and animation. But I know they did Motor City, which is, I got to it kind of late, but it's still really good. Oh, and by the way, I just found out, like I thought, like I said last night, I thought Richard Williams, the animationist, I thought he was dead, but he's not. He was working on the remake or the continuation of Mysterious Cities of Gold. And it's a all kind of CG animated show. It's totally not his... Well, I guess it might be his wheelhouse. Some of the animation direction is definitely his. Yeah, go check out the trailer of that sometimes. Ah, crap, how many dots did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two. I'm a little angry that Tartakovsky and Lauren Faust had to all get canned from their projects on from Sony. I don't know what the hell happened there. I was actually looking really forward to Popeye. But I think they may have released that clip a little too soon. Got too much buzz surrounding it, and then that kind of left an opening for executives to kind of come in and say, well, no, we need this and this and this, and some people are complaining about this. Of course, I haven't heard that. That's just completely speculatory on my part, but speculatory. Okay, I think I figured out. These are more round and these are loops, so I'm gonna get rid of these. Yeah, I was really looking forward to that Popeye movie. Don't even get me started on Fox News. Of course, it was a little hilarious. I saw something on Tumblr about let's see, it was about Trump, and they were saying how the news was saying, oh man, he's always speaking out at Fox he's always speaking out to packed rooms, every place, everywhere he goes. And then there was a series of photos of just the empty hall town meetings that he was in, and empty hotel rooms. I mean, like maybe like 1/8 of the rows are full. Like all the rows in the back are empty. It's just kind of more desolate. Now I don't know if those photos were taken, at different times. It seemed like, I mean, he was on stage and then someone took a photo of him from the back showing all the empty rows, so I just thought that was kind of hilarious, and I think the media may have been blowing out his success a little bit out of proportion. Much better. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That really should be like 11 with that one on the top, but okay. Oh, I love Mystery Incorporated. I think that's the best Scooby-Doo cartoon ever made. I think it easily tops the original. Well, I don't know. The original set up everything, and it has its own charm. But, oh, well, that's right. It went over the eyelid, so I guess that'll have to do this. But I seriously love Mystery Incorporated. Now, I usually don't watch Doug's vlogs a lot. Just because, I watch his reviews, but I don't watch his vlogs because it's just kind of... I don't. But I would definitely watch a series of vlogs if he were to do it on Mystery Incorporated. And I think that would be right up his alley. In fact, I dare say I think Mystery Incorporated handle all of their mystery aspects better than Gravity Falls. But that's okay. Gravity Falls was more focused on comedic timing. I'm going to thin these out a bit. I think one of my favorite episodes of Gravity Falls was Founders Day, because that just showed both Dipper and Mabel working together and the kind of conspiracies that were around the town. Really thought that was going to pan out to be more. Like Bill was going to be manipulating people all throughout history. Which he was, but I thought it would be more extensive. And I thought everyone was going to have something to do with it. Okay, and I did that wrong. Little cockeyed. And yes, the new Scooby-Doo does look like something Seth MacFarlane would come up with. Okay, let me scroll through here. Okay, good night. Let's see, Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Yeah, I really liked Zombie Island. I thought that was a good one. Do you still use pen and paper, or do you stick to digital? I stick to digital completely. I used to take a pen and paper around with me when I would go out, in case I got any ideas or anything, or just kind of jot some stuff down. But now I got programs on my phone, and I come up with sketches there, and then take them home and just email them to myself and just go to town. And I don't really mind Be Cool Scooby-Doo that much. I mean, I barely watch it, so I pay it no mind. It's kind of like that classic Casablanca line. He's like, "You hate me, don't you?" And he says, "Well, if I give you any thought, I probably would." But the parts I have watched, I think Daphne's pretty cute in it. There's something. Maybe it's just the performance from Delisle. It's the fact that I think there should be more kind of goofball failure female characters. Like Amy Wong was originally meant to be. Let's see. What kind of eyelash? She's got thin eyelashes. Eyebrows. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's looking fine. Oh yeah, Venture Brothers. I love Venture Brothers. I think my favorite bit so far has been Return to Gargantua 2. Damn, if that were the series finale, I think that would be just fine. Who knows? Maybe it originally was. But just the villains, the new league of villains that they had, and the space station, and just everything. I thought that was real cool. And of course, they set things up for the next season. Like what was Billy's mom? What the heck was she doing? She knows karate and all that. That's going to be something. I usually always enjoy the stuff with the stuff with Billy Quiz Boy. It kind of lost me. Venture Brothers kind of lost me. What was it, around season 3 or 4? But then I checked back in on it, and it was really interesting what they did with all the characters. 21 working for Venture, Sergeant Hatred. I was a little upset that Brock left, but then he came back, and now he's working for, what was it? Sphinx. The Colonel and all that stuff. I thought it was real cool. Some of these are looking a little... Yeah, that'll work out fine. If I there we go. Sorry, I'm getting a little quiet. I'm just kind of getting in the zone here. Let's see. Probably going to keep on going until 10 o'clock here. So about another 30 minutes. And then call it a night. See, I want that eyelash to go above everything, so I'll keep that there. And then I don't want two of those. Yeah, was it not? I'm seeing comments about the new Steven Universe episode, The Answer. Was it even an action scene? She did that anime thing where she smiles and all the villains explode. So, I mean, we're still kind of on a drip feed about cool stuff for Rose to do. I'm going to put that tougher above or behind. I kind of want that to show up, so I'm going to put that above. I know I'm cheating a little bit, but I really want to get that little cute little tuft of fur. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I am a little tired. I should have started. I should start doing these things earlier. Also, my dog woke me up at 4 o'clock this morning, so. And then I couldn't get back to sleep. Does that look okay? Put that there, and then I'll put this up above. Yeah, that'll do good, fine. Yeah, a little off. I've only seen a couple episodes of God, the Devil, and Bob. Okay, yeah, she's got a kind of an upward tuft of fur, so I'm going to probably do something like that. It's kind of like this, and then that. Yeah. Thoughts on Rick and Morty? I like it. Wasn't too blown away by season 2. Thought the season finale was great. My favorite episode of the second season is the Parasite episode. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit more fox-like in the cheeks. Oh, someone asked what I'm drawing. I am, of course, drawing Carmelita dressed as La Muerte from Book of Life, because this is a commission. Did I see Randy Cunningham? No, actually, I haven't seen that many episodes of it. I saw like one episode. More like half an episode. I probably need to check that out. I was a little bit shocked when I found out Jonah Vasquez did artwork for it. Because it seems like his stuff, but the style of show doesn't. I mean, it's nothing like all the other stuff he's done. And that neck is a little wonky. There we go. A little better. Slightly. Okay. Where is Carmelita? There we go. Okay. That's a little too thick. There we go. What else am I selecting up here? I thought I made a new layer. Son of a bastard mother. There. It figures. I make a really good shape the first time, and then I draw it on the wrong layer. No, I better kind of loop it into the flowers. There we go. Doing these little teeny tiny flowers. I think this is why people like Pinarco better, is because you can play music and watch TV shows, and I mean, you shouldn't, wink wink nudge nudge, but people do that all the time. But YouTube has got a little bit more of a stricter copyright. Yeah, it looks fine. Policy when it comes to stuff like that. I was thinking about watching some public domain cartoons. You know, like the old Casper and Popeye and stuff like that. Because it's public domain, who cares? People sell those things on DVDs now. You know, in bargain bins. They make their own little compilations. In fact, the Penelope Punkin episode I did, they filled out their running time with just a bunch of public domain cartoons. That would be good for a lark. Looking at all that old. I was watching a run of old Little Audrey cartoons. Some of those things are racist as hell. And some of them are adorable. Let's see, don't you hate it when people say they wish they could draw, and you tell them if they practice, and they just start making excuses? Well, that's kind of the thing you need to do. You just need to kind of go at it and keep at it. Just keep on. It helps if you can find something to entertain yourself, because if you can entertain yourself doing it, then you'll be fine, and you'll want to do it. Commissions are a little bit harder because sometimes there are things that you would never really think about drawing or not that interested in drawing. Luckily, I can't say I've gotten a lot of those. And usually I can find a way to put my own spin on things. Because mainly I've been approached by people who kind of have the similar tastes in my thing. They see something that I've done and they're like, oh, okay, can you draw this? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they'll actually pay me for it. It's kind of like what Rob Paulson always says, like, hey, guess what? You get to just do what you got in trouble for. Got you in trouble making funny voices, and then you get paid for it. Chad is one of my... Oh, thank you. I thought you were asking what my artistic inspirations. How would you feel about a new 2D Betty Boop film? I would like it. I wasn't too into Betty Boop, like most people, but there was that film from the... there was an animatic that's on the internet right now, and it's about a canceled Betty Boop film, and it's actually really sweet. Try and look that up if you can. Oh yeah, I remember those animated specials all the time. Someone asked if I remember animated specials based on books. Yeah. I think Fox did The Red Planet one time. I remember I watched one and then I was really disappointed because I thought it was going to be a regular series. I forget what it was, but I was a kid, so it was like, oh boy, I can't wait to see this next episode of, wait, no, it's not coming on? Crap. I'm going to make this a little thicker to kind of make it pop out against this one. And I'll do the same thing here. I want these flowers to kind of pop out themselves. Yeah, but that one's a little too thick. Tell you what, when I do this tomorrow, we'll watch some public domain cartoons. Actually, yeah, I've seen a bunch of old Raggedy Ann cartoon specials. Well, no. The movie was, yeah, Chuck Jones did the animated specials, the primetime specials. Richard Williams did the movie. But it was weird. I was speaking of like public domain stuff, and that'll be the first one we watch tomorrow. And we'll see why it's so strange. Thanks for bringing that up. I got plans for what we're going to do tomorrow. Because the first appearance, I think, of Raggedy Ann and Andy is weird. There's something about it you'll find strange. And this guy is getting his $40 worth. I forgot there was all this detail in here. Let's see. Yeah, it is the Raglan, 1944. That's the cartoon I was talking about. Let's see. When are you starting your Steam tomorrow? I don't know, probably earlier. Maybe around 6, I don't know. My time. Phoenix time. There we go. What is something you would want a crossover of? Let's see. How can I put this? Let's see. What was I just thinking? I was thinking about something the other day. A crossover. A good crossover. I don't know. I would, you know, it's funny. I've thought of pretty decent crossovers, but I can't think of any of them off the top of my head now. Now that you've asked the question, I hate that. Gosh, crossovers. A decent crossover. I don't know. Turn it into something. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get. I guess it's just tan fur. Starting there, so I guess I don't have to worry about that much. I'll put this up a little bit. There. Now it's got to be kind of tilted this way. Oh wait, that's right. She's got hair there, so I won't need to worry about that. Let me. Damn it. Where is it? Okay, yeah, that's the hairstyle. Okay. Well, I guess I could do this. No. This, yeah. And I want to thicken up that eyebrow a little more. Actually, maybe I'll just move this down a bit. There. And then that hair will follow down here. And a little over a little bit. There we go, that's much better. And I guess I'll just make a little bit of a line there just for that indentation. Well, no, she's got the tan fur. I gotta blend it in here. Well, she's got a mole, doesn't she? Somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, on her. Oh, well, let's just check this out. Let's see if it switches. No. No, they kept it on the right cheek, all right. And by right, I mean left. Hey, I like squidbillies. Why do people like aquatine? I sort of kind of got into aquatine Hunger Force in college. Not too much. It was passable for just passing time. I got more into squidbillies, I find. I like squidbillies a lot more if I had to choose one of those. Although I will say Harvey Birdman is probably my favorite of the late night Adult Swim cartoons. Oh wait, no, there's Metalocalypse too. Damn it. Yeah, I like Metalocalypse a lot. Probably more than I should, in terms that I'm not really that into that. I'm not into metal. Let's see, put the hair over here. Down here. Fill out the cheek. Wait, that's gone. There's something odd here. An eye is a little low for everything going on. Damn it. Okay. Let's see what I can do with this. Oh, good. It's pretty much all there. What is this? Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, no. Son of a bastard. Okay, it's all the way up there. There. Okay. I'm gonna try and move this eye. Sorry, I'm getting quiet again. I'm just getting a little bit frustrated about this. Maybe I can move this eye down a bit. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah. And that worked out okay. Let's see now. What are they fighting about? What's going on? Let's see. What are they fighting about? Shyamalan or Tim and Eric? Because I'm not too fond of either one of those. Let's see. Ever heard or seen Panty and Stocking? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love Panty and Stocking. I wish they'd continue on with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all the flowers are there. No, wait, there's one flower missing. Yeah, I like that animation style. I thought it was really kind of weird and charming. It reminded me of like 1960s Rankin Bass with the style and the movements. That light's just too thick. There we go. Looking pretty good. Let me drop this up a little bit. Oh, here's a neat little trick I forgot to show you guys. I got a program called the Lazy Nezumi to working with my Seiya. File, hook. There we go. Watch. Boom. Instant circles. Since Seiya doesn't have a program to make ellipses or circles or squares, or, well, squares, I guess. So, chat, boobs or butts? Why not both? Yay, Mexican fiesta. Hi, hey, topical. Rankin Bass was mean-spirited as it got older. I don't know. Cricket by the Hearts was pretty messed up. I gotta draw that cat one day. Okay. And yeah, it's just a little pendant. Little bit of detail. And a little bit of something here. And there we go. Very good. Now let's see. Does she have a little bit? Does she have like a little boob tuff or not? She kind of has it here. Oh, it's shutting down again. Both of them. Yeah, she's got like a tuft here, but nothing here. But that's a different artist. And nothing, well, maybe a slight one here. Man, I remember when Book of Life came out, they were already slowing down the animations of El Muerte popping into, teleporting. And they were already slowing it down for, reasons. Very good. And we're not going to see the mole because the mole's on the other side. Yeah. No, that's not gonna be right. Hands. Oh, that one's kind of good. That one came out okay. Wait, one of my favorite lines is when Chad was doing his Don Knotts impression while telling me, Mel Gibson, not to beat up Jesus for an hour. Wait, what review was that? I remember doing it, but which one was that? Oh, and yes, I have. Now, Mel, you can't beat up Jesus for a whole hour and expect people not to get mad. It's not my best impression, but I will. I'm tired. I'll just say I'm tired. Okay, thank you. That was a surprisingly different hand. Let's see. I never got a response. Chat actually does really good Don Knotts. My favorite quotes more recently. Or if my turkey dinner came to life and have a shootout with the cops. Wait, was that mine? When was that? I remember the Hobo Joe thing. Oh, I've got a Hobo Joe mug. Turns out Hobo Joe was a chain of famous restaurant chain, akin to Coco's or Coco's. I can't think of any other one. I'm not going to put Coco's in with Denny's because I think Coco's just a slight step above Denny's. But anyway, I got this old mug at a Goodwill, and it has got Hobo Joe written on it. It's a picture of a hobo. And I suppose there are some restaurants still out there. What's one of the hardest commissions I've ever had to do? This one. No, I can't really think of the top of my head. Oh, okay. Recently, okay, hey, you know, speaking of kind of fetish commissions, there was one commission I had featuring an older Elizabeth, or Isabel, pardon me, from Phineas and Ferb in her, I guess, quote-unquote spy outfit, as it's come to be called by certain people. And she had to be driving. That was a little hard. Figuring out where the pedals should go and everything like that. It was Ross's Games Dungeon and Dragons review. Wait. Oh, the turkey line. Okay, never mind. I was like, I don't remember. You know, sometimes I watch my old stuff, and I was like, oh, that's actually a funny joke. I forgot I wrote that. Someone asked me to recently upload the Tracy the Gorilla episode, which was originally got struck down for copyright. And I edited it and made it compliant with YouTube and stuck it back on there. And, oh man, I totally did it that at the wrong angle. Ugh. But I found myself laughing at a few of the jokes that I forgot I had. So I guess that's a good sign that I'm doing something right. Why was it a fetish piece? It was a... Let's see, what? It was just... It just showed her feet. And her driving. And you kind of look through the guy's gallery, and he's got a bunch of favorites about people driving and their feet hitting the brake pedals and stuff like that. Let's see, I was on... again, I'm going in the wrong direction. What the hell's wrong with me? Here, let's just start outward and work in. I was on Tumblr the other day, and this was a way back, and there was a post about the feeling that you've just discovered someone's fetish, and it was a comic about a woman. She's looking at someone's, personal site, and he's or like DeviantArt or something like that, and she's all like, "Huh, all these pictures are of women turning to stone." Like from episodes and cartoons and stuff like that. And then she pauses for a second and she's like, oh man, I've just discovered someone's porn. I kind of had the same situation with that. There's an artist who was, I was looking, and there was this little short comic, and it was really well done. And it was just a character. I'm not going to give you any specifics, but it was a character, and she was doing some filing, and all of a sudden she just sneezed. Like there was dust on the file cabinets, and she just sneezed. And I was looking for the rest of the comic, and I was like, well, where's the rest of it? Is something going on? And it turns out his gallery is filled with women sneezing. And I guess that's just his deal. Or hers. Wait, so YouTube is impending. Wait, what was that? What was that stuff? Let's see, what was that? YouTube has to play for the whole world. There's something about YouTube is implementing a new way of protecting content producers so you won't have to worry about copyright stuff as much. I'd like to believe that, but it's kind of like my, let's see, what was that? I did YouTube in 5 seconds. It was right after that huge wave of copyright content ruined all the Let's Players. Joe got hit hard by it. A bunch of other people. And it's that clip from Boondocks of Grandpa saying, "Oh, don't worry, we're gonna," and I photoshopped YouTube above his face. And, those random icons that YouTube users get when they first open up their channels on, on the white guys who were, stealing stuff. And Grandpa comes out and he's all like, "Okay, don't worry, we're just going to settle down and we're going to talk this out and we're going to explain it to all these people." And as soon as he walks out the door, he goes, "They did it," and then slams the door. Let's see. What do I think about Shade Man? Is he that one artist that, what was I going to say? I think I've seen some of his stuff. And I know he, when Newgrounds first opened up their art portals, and I was posting over there all the time, I think he was the one that sponsored me. In order to be able to post any art over there, you need someone to look through your gallery and kind of vouch for you. And if you do something to get in trouble, then they can get in trouble for some reason. I don't know how that works, but I remember when I first started doing this flower should be above this wrist. I remember when I was first posting over there, I was posting all my stuff and it was flagged for ID content. And I kept asking why, and he says, "Well, no, all these different people, you're just looking through different galleries and taking different people's artwork." And I was like, "No, it's all mine." He's like, "Oh." And they were like, "Well, you're really good at switching up styles." And I was like, "Thank you. Now put it all back up." So I guess I should take that as a compliment. I don't want to do that. Yeah. It's all these flowers are really eating into the time. Like I said, thank God this is not a colored commission. Although I suppose coloring it would be easier. But again, all the detail will go into the flowers. I'm gonna twist this a little bit. Oh, pyramid's taking off? Okay, bye. See you guys. You take care of yourself. Let's see if there's... No, I wouldn't have a tough time with the colors. It would just be longer. I mean, it would just take... There'd just be more work on this. And also, if they were colored, I'd be inclined to put the pattern of the dress on the character. Figure out a way to do that. I'd probably go into Illustrator and create a pattern and then try to make it flow. I did that a lot with Tim Burton Land. Doug asked me to make Tim Burton Land, and I found out a lot about Adobe Illustrator on that project. Just different ways to warp textures and create stamps so that I wouldn't have to go through and repeat all the patterns over and over again. That elbow is just a little too sharp. Oh, she's got a nice little... Come on, there we go. Yeah. It's just a little too thick. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up pretty soon. I think we've been going for about maybe 2 hours now, yeah. And I'll just call it a night on this project. Wait, do the flowers come down? I don't think so. Where's the... Nope, it's good. No, I've never met JonTron. Although I like to, I think he's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it... I think I'm gonna call it a night for this one. I'm glad we're on the inking phase now. Maybe if I start this off sooner, then we'll be able to get some more work done, and I won't run out of steam as that much. But yeah. And I guess I'm just gonna sign off. Until then, you guys all take care of yourselves. You guys have a good night, and until then, bye. Stop.